So yesterday we have learned how to use the factor theorem to factorize the first factor of a cubic polynomial. Okay, if it is not given, any first factor, or if there is no part A to ask you to verify to show that an expression is the first factor of a cubic polynomial, then you need to list out all the possibilities, okay, all the combinations, all the candidates, okay, and then test whether they are a factor of fx one by one using the remainder theorem, okay, to see whether the remainder is equal to 0. Until you have found the first 0, then that one will be your first factor. And then you may use the long division to find the second factor, the long bracket, or you may use the method 2 I teach you before to find the long bracket. Okay. So today we are going to do a few more questions about the factorization. Okay. Let's do the instant drill number 17 together, and then do the instant drill corner 6.8, okay, in the first half, first part of this lesson, okay. And then for the second part of this lesson, we are going to do some level 2 questions from exercise 6C, okay. So now I'm going to do instant drill number 17 with you together, and then you will do instant drill corner 6.8. So instant drill 17, factorize fx. So it is the question did not give you the first factor, and it did not guide you with a part A to find the first factor. So you need to try out all the possibilities yourselves, okay? So what are the possibilities? So we just write down the first term and the constant term, okay? And then we just write down the number, I mean the factors, all the factors of the number coefficient. I mean, it's 1, 2, and 4, right? And then because it is in the x position, x cubed position, so we assign an x to this, 1x, 2x, 4x, okay? And then for the constant term, so again, we need to write down all the possibilities, all the factors, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, and 6. And each of them, we need to give it a plus or minus. Okay? Plus or minus. Plus or minus. So 2 possibilities. Plus or minus. Okay? And then what are the possibilities? That will be many, many. It's 1x minus 1x minus 1, 1x plus 1, and then x minus 2, x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 3, x minus 6, x plus 6, and then we have 2x minus 1, 2x plus 1, 2x minus 2, 2x plus 2, and then 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3, 2x minus 6, 2x plus 6. And we still have 4x minus 1, 4x plus 1, 4x minus 2, 4x plus 2, 2. And then 4x minus 3, 4x plus 3, and 4x minus 6, 4x plus 6. Okay? 放心啊，大家考試唔會咁樣玩你嘅。呢度有幾多個可能性咧？1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，每行有8個，而有3行，即係有24個可能性，係嘛 ？OK。不過其實咧，嗱，如果你眼利少少嘅話咧，其實你第一樣嘢發覺其實冇24個可能性咁多嘅。OK， 因為咧，首先呢啲 x minus 1，can you see that x minus 1 and 2x minus 2 are basically the same. When we test whether x minus 1 is a factor, we will calculate f1. when we test 2x minus 2 is a factor, then we will calculate f1 again. Okay, so they are exactly the same. Similarly, x plus 1 and 2x plus 2 are actually the same. And then x minus 3 and 2x minus 6, x plus 3 and 2x plus 6 are the same. And we still have 2x minus 1 and 4x minus 2 and so on. Okay, so there are actually some pairs here. They will be the same factor. OK， 其實冇24個咁多先嘅，首先唔好俾佢嚇親先啊。OK， 咁但係亦都太多啦，係嘛？咁咧考試一定唔會咁樣去到用個時間嚟到去難你嘅，放心。OK， 同埋咧，我琴日都講過啦，我之後咧會俾一條計數機嘅 formula， 即係嘅 formula 你嘅 program 你，咁就你入咗之後咧，其實咧就可以直接撳到個 first factor 出嚟。OK， 咁但係咧呢個咧我要等你做熟咗呢一部分先，得唔得 ？OK， 咁啊好快噶啦，放心。OK， 好啦，咁啊逐個試咯。咁呢度咧let me see f1 is not equal to 0. Okay, and then f negative 1 is not equal to 0. f2 is equal to 0. Am I correct? The f2 is equal to 0. So actually, we can say that x minus 2 is a factor of fx. 嗱，你見到咧，其實咧，佢雖然有成24個可能性，但係其實我哋一定唔會試到最尾嘅。OK， 好多時都係頭嗰幾個咧就已經試到㗎啦，除非你計錯數嘅啫。OK， 我睇下有冇計錯數先啦嚇。32、42、48，係啦，啱啦，應該。So x minus 2 is the first factor, right? And then we can really factorize fx to be x. So it's 4x cubed minus 12x squared plus 5x plus 6. And then it is factorized to be x minus 2 times a long bracket. But what is that long bracket? So I'm going to use my method 2. So the square term should be 4x squared, okay? And the constant term should be minus 3. 有冇同學仲未 get 到我點樣揾呢一個 4x square 同埋點樣揾呢個 minus 3嘅？有冇同學需要我再解釋多一次嘅呢度？嗱，希望大家都 get 到嘅呢一個 ，OK？ 呢個 4x square 同埋 minus 3，有冇同學需要我講多次點樣去諗呢一個 4x square 同埋諗呢一個 minus 3出嚟嘅？有就可以舉手啊，或者喺個 chat room 嗰度同我講聲，好唔 OK？ 得唔得？當然啦，你哋亦都可以用 long division 去到揾呢個 long bracket 出嚟嘅 ，OK？ 咁冇所謂嘅，用邊個都得嘅。但係總之咧係唔需要寫喺 solution 裏邊 ，OK？ 即係啲方法唔需要寫喺 solution 裏邊啊。但係呢一個咧結果係要寫嘅。中間呢個 bx 呢一個咧，咁就麻煩啲。其實咧，但係咧我都係好快就可以諗到噶啦。OK，it should be minus 4x。OK，and don't forget to check. Don't forget to check whether the 4x squared minus 4x minus 3 can be further factorized into a product of two brackets. Okay, in this case, x minus 2, and in this case, it can be further factorized. I think it should be like this. Yes. Okay. To factorize a quadratic polynomial, you just use the cross method or use the formula 1 and then just build up the two brackets. Okay, so now we have successfully factorized fx into a product of three brackets. Okay, okay, so now I would like you to do the instant real corner 6.8, question number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I give you just 10 minutes to do this. 10 minutes, and then I will check the answers with you. If you have done the instant drill corner 6.8, so I would like you to try to do the exercise 6C, question number 27 to 37. Okay. I think number 27, to 38. I think 27 to 38 is actually nothing special. Nothing special. Okay. It is very straightforward and mechanical. So if you have mastered the skill of factorization here, you may try doing the exercise 6C, question number 27 to 38 with speed. OK，咁希望咧嗱，呢啲咧係27至38題咧，我自己覺得咧係冇任何 tricky 位，亦都冇任何特別難度嘅題目啦。咁我就想你哋咧係試下訓練下速度咯喎。OK，咁你做嘅時候咧，盡量即係一開始做一題嘅時候，咁啊盡快做啱，做得快啲咁樣去。OK，得唔得？ Okay, let's check the answers. So I would like you to show you method 2 for question number 1 and number 4. Okay, the question just asks you to factorize the following polynomials. It doesn't ask you to use the factor theorem or remainder theorem. Okay, so you may use any method you like. Okay, 嗱，我哋幾時可以即係做到呢啲分組 ？OK， 即係4個 term 分組2個 term 一組，2個 term 一組，跟住抽 common factor，再抽另一層 common factor 咧？其實好簡單嘅啫，就係咧你見到有分咗組之後，佢哋嘅數字比例呢個咪1比負1啊 ，coefficient ratio。另外第二組咧係咪都係1比負1啊？ If they have the same coefficient ratio, then you may use this method to do the factorization, okay, by grouping the terms into 2 groups, okay, with the same coefficient ratio. 咁記住個 coefficient ratio 咧係包埋個正負號嘅比例嘅，得唔得 ？OK， 咁譬如咧第4條都得嘅，因為我一見到咧第一、第二個 term 嘅 coefficient 嘅比例係咪2比1 ？OK， 第3、第4呢兩個 term coefficient 嘅比例咧，-8比-4，即係都係2比1嚟嘅。所以兩個都係2比1嘅話咧，我就知道咧，我可以就咁用呢一個 grouping 嘅方法咧，就可以做到呢一個 factorization 啦，就唔一定要 list out 晒所有嘅咩possibilities 啊，然之後用 factor theorem 啊咁樣樣嘅。OK， 嗱，希望你睇一睇即係第一題同埋第4題嘅另外嘅一啲嘅做數嘅方法啊。OK。 And then number 2 and number 3 will be standard questions using the factor theorem. Okay, so we just list out all the possibilities, and I did not write them down. And then I start testing from f1, which is not 0, and then the second one, f negative 1, is already equal to 0. So x plus 1 is a factor of fx. And then I just factorize the x plus 1 out, and the remaining factor is x squared minus 5x plus 6. And this remaining factor can be further factorized into a product of two smaller factors. Okay, so the final answer is like this. And for question number 3, this is much more tough, okay, because f1, f negative 1, f2, and f negative 2 are all not equal to 0. So I need to test the fraction, okay? So f1 over 2 is equal to 0, which means that 2x minus 1 is a factor of fx. Okay, so I can factorize a 2x minus 1 out, and then the remaining factor is x squared plus 3x minus 2. Okay, but this x squared plus 3x minus 2 cannot be further factorized, so that is the answer already. Is that okay? Okay, so I would like you to give me a response here. If you are okay for this instant drill corner 6.8, please give me a like or a clap here. Okay, so if you understand the instant drill corner 6.8, number 1 to number 4, please give me a like or a clap. Okay, thank you. If you do not understand any step here, please raise your hand. 好，呢度想你俾一個反應我啊。如果你 instant drill corner 6.8係明白嘅，咁俾個 like 或者俾個clap 我，唔該。如果你任何唔明白嘅話咧，請你舉手。So any hands? No. All right. So the next one will be the exercise 6C, number 27 to number 38. So I would like you to try to do it very fast, but of course it should be accurate. Okay. So I give you 6 minutes, and then I will start talking about this.
我今天基本上就没有上过。 老實係啊，我呢度咧我都係，雖然我撳 Kelta 啦，就算我唔用撳 Kelta，我都係計到 K 等於3，但係答案話 K 等於-3。
3哦，等先啊。啊！你抄錯題目啦！抄錯題目啊！
我喺邊度抄錯
？4K 加4啊！你抄4K 減4啊？係嘛？
唔該，老師。
Okay. So have you done number 27 and number 28? So they are actually the same type. It is given a polynomial and given that it is divisible by x minus k, and 28 is given a factor of the polynomial. Okay, so both method. Okay, I mean both question we are going to calculate the remainder ourselves, and then put the remainder to be 0. Okay, because they are divisible and they are factor. Okay, and then when you put the remainder to be 0, you have a quadratic equation, and you just solve for the two answers. So for question number 7, there are 2 values of k, and for question number 28, there are 2 values of p, but p is an integer, so you have to reject the fraction value of p. Okay, so do you have any problems up to now? Tomorrow, I will continue to talk about the remaining question of exercise 6C, and then I will give you some more exercise for the multiple choice exercises. That will be more conceptual, okay? Testing you the concept of this chapter. So if there is no questions, then that is the end of this lesson, and you may leave now. Goodbye.
老師，
係
我想問下個 step 咯，
係邊一個
6C 嘅44題。
？44。好，
我想問下咧，如果我 skip 咗，因為佢呢家係要 factorize，係抽個 x 出嚟，然後再
係啦，
整落去喎。咁我可唔可以 skip 咗抽 x 出嚟嗰個位，直接將咧 f(x) 等於4x3次方減14x2次加8x減1？
嗱，可以嘅，但係最終你都會抽到 x 出嚟嘅，都要抽到 x 出嚟，
係嘛？落去咯。
係啦，都冇問題。但因為咧，即係你譬如你試咗啦，你冇一開始抽個 x 出嚟啦，咁你咪係用嗰啲 factor theorem 喺度試嘅。咁你最終咧抽個 remaining factor 咧，都係會全部 terms 都會有 x 噶嘛，係嘛？咁你最終都一定要抽個 x 出嚟先有個 answer 分嘅。如果你冇抽到 x 嘅話咧，就冇咗 answer 分噶啦。
即係我最尾都係有寫翻話，所以4x4次方減14x3次方加8x2次方減 x 等於 x 括弧 f(x) 喎。
咪住先，你個 f(x) 係咩話？
抽咗 x 出嚟嗰嚿嘢咯，即係4x3次方。
哦，係冇錯，得冇問題，係啦，冇錯。
可以 skip 咗 factorize 個，即係一開頭列出嚟嗰 part。
可以 skip 咗嘅，係啦，列出嚟嗰 part 係唔使寫嘅，你淨係寫 factorize 嗰 part 得噶啦。OK， 好。
老師，我哋個 M1 test 我哋係咪唔使上住 Zoom 就做住個 test 先？
嗱，我哋陣間咧上 Zoom，咁等校務處嘅同事咧點咗我哋名先，咁跟住我話俾你聽，可以離開 Zoom 嘅話咧就可以離開啦，咁樣好唔 OK 啊？
好，唔該。
不如唔使啦，直頭唔使上 Zoom 啦，咁樣。我喺個 WhatsApp 嗰度俾份卷你哋啦，咁樣。
好啊，唔該，老師。
好，thank you。